Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. In this video, we're going to be going over how to use the EMA when investing and trading. So I'm here on the Robinhood platform. This is Robinhood Legend. It's an excellent platform for investing and trading using your laptop. They also have a great setup for your mobile phone if you want to invest. You also have access to the EMA and SMA tools. So I'm just going to clear this out so that you don't see anything. We just have our regular chart. What you're going to do is you're going to either go to your advanced technical analysis on the mobile app, or you're going to simply click up here in indicators, and you're going to add a indicator, and then you're going to search EMA. So we're going to add the EMA. Now, the EMA settings I found to be great for the shorter term if we use 15. So go ahead, feel free to screenshot right here what we have set up for our exponential moving average on the short term. Now, I also like to add a moving average for the long term. So I'm actually going to search SMA. This is our simple moving average that I'm going to set at a different time frame of 180 days. And the reason we do 180 days is because it allows us to see the overall direction of the stock or ETF on a consistent basis over the long term. So this is what we're looking at here. What you might identify on this stock is that when we push up above the moving average, oftentimes that moving average is going to act as a support. So we see it acting as a support here on the longer term before crossing over and being bearish and pushing back up and retesting. Same thing on the short term. If you look here on the EMA, which is that blue line, right? The blue line that we just added, you can actually see that it's pushing up. It's bouncing on that EMA, and it's actually showing us clear signs of its overall direction. Now, sometimes it might look a little bit hard to determine the direction of the overall stock if you're trying to look on the EMA in this fashion. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you might change this and make it a little bit more loose, maybe down to 30 days. When we do 30 days, now we can see it's a little more loose. It's a little bit less tight, right? It's not as right on the trend. You can see that it's easier to identify on the overall direction of where it's going, right? Now, the other thing that we want to look at when we're looking at the EMA is sometimes we're going to have it cross over, and almost always when it crosses over is when we're actually going to have a change in direction. So a very clear example would be right here. We could see that as soon as this really crossed over the EMA, and then the EMA started to act more as a resistance, and it crossed over the SMA, which is that longer term moving average, we see it really started to sell off. And this is something that a lot of technical traders look for. And as soon as it crosses over both, they're going to, in most cases, either take their profits or they're going to minimize their risk, right? They're going to cut losses. Now here, as it started to push back up above, it's really been kind of playing, right? We saw it stay above and then sell off, and it's kind of playing on this. Of course, there's some bearish movement here where it's getting rejected by that EMA, but this is where it gets interesting. Right now, we're at an overall trend upwards, right? If we just kind of draw what this looks like, if we go from here to here, and you can see that's our kind of a resistance level, and then here is our resistance level is here, our support is there, and as we're looking at it right now, it looks that it's really testing this EMA. And we may see if it crosses over, it just crossed over the 15-day. Now, if it also crosses over that simple moving average, we could see an overall direction shift, and we could see it continue in the direction that it's been going, which is up. And if that's the case, from where it is right now, if we see it get up to, let's call it, as you guys can see, there's a previous resistance right here, right? We have resistance, little consolidation, resistance. There's a resistance there. So let's just call resistance here, right? If it reaches this previous resistance, we'd be looking at what looks like about 19% gain. So the 19% potential. Now, what if we saw it get back to previous highs, right? If we saw it get back to previous highs, we could be looking at a 55% increase. So this is a critical time where we could monitor the EMA, see if it's going to push up above and use that EMA as a support, and if we're going to see that overall direction continue the way that it's going. Now, when it comes to using the EMA, there's a lot more to it than simply support and resistance, and sometimes there's different settings that you want to use and things like that. That's why you use other indicators as well, like MACD. MACD is a great indicator. And we also use the RSI, which is really handy as well. And of course, there's other indicators you can use like a Fibonacci retracement that will help you identify when you might want to find an entry point. And that is always helpful. But at the end of the day, we try and invest in quality companies as well. So if anything doesn't go perfectly on the technicals, we have a fundamentally good company that is below its fair value, right? It's at an intrinsic level where the company is worth more than what it's currently priced at. That's really important as well. For those of you guys that would like to watch me trade live as soon as market open here on Monday, I would encourage you to check out StockMate. It's just what we recently launched. You can get a discount right now in the second link in the description if you'd like to surround yourself with other entrepreneurs and investors and traders and get access to over 70 plus lessons on fundamental, technical, and the mindset of investing in the stock market. I would encourage you again, simply take a look at the second link in the description. That's StockMate. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.